Professional skateboarder Larry Redmond first coined the term "we out here" to express the onerous labor of consistent practice in skateboarding tricks, taking the risks, putting in the work. The term evolved to also mean being out here on the hustle, on the grind, surviving the struggle. We out here refers to courage, perseverance, and resilience. People who are thriving and surviving against the odds. People who are pursuing their art, their music, their passions, despite the challenges. It also refers to solidarity, a sense of shared experience and unity, emphasizing that people are in it together, that they will speak up for themselves, and that they will stand with their communities. We Out Here says, we are here, we matter, and we're not going away.
We out here.
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 I think making music has been a really awesome, great journey, and it's been awesome to when I make my own music and I perform it, and then other people come up to me and they say how they resonate with it, or they appreciate how I said a certain thing. It just makes me want to cry, because it's you get it, you understand, and it makes me feel not alone as well. And it's just I think about my little sisters as well, and how they just feel so happy and proud of me, and I'm oh, it makes me want to keep doing it for them and everybody else who resonates with it, because it just makes me so happy that people hear it and they see that we out here. Yeah, whatever. I brought food too soon for the title, but yeah, I'm just seeing the impact that what I do, seeing how what I've been through, how it impacts other people in a positive way, just makes me feel so happy. Even though I'm crying, it's happy tears. I would say that I'm an independent Indigenous artist based in Edmonton, Alberta. I make my own beats, I compose my own lyrics. A lot of my music is surrounded around political based things and just human rights and just advocacy, as well as just my own personal experience of trauma, abuse, all sorts of things. Just things, it's like therapeutic for me. So my music is an extension of myself. Growing up, I was adopted when I was 7. I didn't have the best support system, so I went like from house to house like when I was a baby before I turned 7, and then my adopted family, I love them, God bless them. I was just always kind of treated differently though because I was the adopted kid. So I moved out when I was 14. I lived with this guy that I knew. He was cool, I guess, but he wasn't cool. He turned out to be abusive. And so then I ended up putting him in jail when I was 17, and I was houseless for a bit. So I had to grow up a lot, like when I was young, and like take care of myself and like be my own protector. And so yeah, being in care was, I wasn't really cared for, but it's okay because now I'm taking care of myself and my inner child. And now I live in a beautiful home on my own. I know with being houseless, lots of people like they are like just on the street and like they don't have anywhere to go. I was very thankful and lucky to have some places to go. Like I had couches to crash on and stuff like that, but they weren't generally the safest places. Couch surfing wasn't fun, and then I lost lots of my stuff in the process, and that's okay though. Stuff is stuff, you can replace it.
So things are pretty rough out there, but also to be considered that we're in like a very unique time where like a lot of the youth services are getting like funding cuts or stuff like that. So they have like limited access to resources in general, but even less so right now because drop-in centers are disappearing, programs are disappearing, and just less safe spaces for youth specifically exist in the city right now.
We're just taking a stand and like doing everything we can to like scream at the top of our lungs, land back, and no one is free till we're all free, and we are out here. I've always been really passionate about music. I've always loved music, and it's always like it's helped me through the hardest times in my life. And like one time I read something that was like, music can change the world because it can change people. And I remember being just really frustrated with people in my life because they would be like, why can't we just agree to disagree on like basic human rights? And like it just pissed me off. And so I was like, I always wrote poetry, and so then I just was like, everything, I felt like a broken record repeating myself to people. So I was like, let me see if I can make a song about the things I want to talk about. That's kind of what started my passion for making music, is like you can say so much in so little time. So like that's why I'm very passionate about being like a woman on stage. Women will come up to me and be like, oh, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, you can do that. You can do that. What makes you think you can't? Just because all these other men are doing it and saying like derogatory things, like you can like overcome that. Like look at all these amazing like women in hip hop.
I started at a very young age. I was 12 or 13, and I was drawn to hip hop. It was my thing. I related to a lot of the stories in the music, and I started utilizing it as a therapeutic device to go through a lot of what I went through. So it began writing poems, and then rapping to instrumentals, and back in those days it was cassettes, and there wasn't much in the hip-hop scene for artists, for Indigenous people, for myself even, and there wasn't enough resources. I ended up making an EP, got nominated in several categories at the International Indigenous Hip Hop Awards, won Best Album of the Year. It was such a confirmation for me to stay on the path that I was going.
For lessons I have learned and what hardships have made with a tough life.
I always say with every performance that I do it in honor of my ancestors or with them with me, and like I'm just saying all the things like that they would want to say, and they're just helping me speak and sing and like power through it. Like yeah, one time I sang like a really emotional song and I did cry during it, but I just powered through and it was still sounded like pretty good, I think, because I had like I just thought about my ancestors behind me helping to push that out, the vocals out. And so when I perform on stage, I just feel so elevated. I feel like myself. I feel like I can just be and express and just like I just feel so dancey, happy, and like bubbly. And I just love, like you said, hearing the applause after. I'm always like, oh, seeing all the people who like resonate with it, and even during it, the people who are like, yes, woo! I'm like, oh yes, yes, you get it, and I'm so happy. So I just always feel so great when I perform on stage, and I feel like it's my home away from home type of thing. Yeah.
So the role that music plays with reconnecting with culture and actually self is that it brings the spirit of the ancestors into you. You embody it. Anything that strikes your passion, anything that helps you to come back home to yourself would be something that where you're meeting the ancestors. You're meeting spirit, your spirit as well. And I think that's a really powerful thing. It could be through, music or dance or anything other that you might enjoy doing, but something that you enjoy doing, it becomes the heartbeat of who you are. And in that heartbeat, it'll strike that passion, and that passion will bring you back to the ancestors in such a way where you feel so very connected in who you are and what you're here to do.
All it takes is one person to be like, hey, I think you could do this, or hey, you could do this. Like, all it takes is just one person to see your capabilities, and then for you to be like, huh, maybe I can do it, and then act on it, And I just think it just takes just one compliment, one smile, one one glance, I don't know, just like one praise, one motivational word, one affirmation. One thing can do all the difference, and it's like a ripple effect. Like one little thing can cause a domino effect of so many other things.
So I've always been a really creative person, but definitely found my passion when I was younger. I would do music as kind of a necessity because I would be busking a lot. And I met a lot of people that really inspired me, and also just a little bit of positive reinforcement along the way. It's definitely kept me going. And just using music as an outlet for creative expression and for just processing difficult things in my life has really kept the ball rolling on that. It can be really meditative in a way that it's just good for your brain to focus on something else that's productive when you're going through something difficult in your life. So when I was going through a really difficult time as a teenager, I definitely was able to use music to help me through that. So basically when I was 16, I ended up on the streets, and one of the few things that I was able to bring with me to the youth shelter was a guitar. And so that was something where during my days before I found a day program, I could just play my guitar, bring it with me places, and go busking, and that ended up connecting me to a lot of people, and I found a lot of community through that. And then when I had my guitar with me, it also just sparked a lot of conversations, kind of a conversation starter in itself, right? So just gave me an outlet for when I was going through difficult things. It was always with me when I went to different schools or when I went to different group homes. It was kind of like a friend that I would always have with me. I was in children's services from the age I was 16. I had support of a youth worker. I was very lucky to find a good youth worker and a good social worker. And they did change out a few times, but I always had somebody that I could rely on, ask for help. And I had a rec fund, so I was able to get this guitar specifically with my rec fund when I was a youth. And so I was aware that I had until I was 24. This is how long they told me I would have before they would cut off my supports. And by the point I was in my 20s, they considered me like a low-risk youth, but I was still very much benefiting from the support of my worker, from having a rational adult in my life that I could go to for help and ask whatever questions I needed that I couldn't ask other people in my life. So then when the government changed its mind and decided, actually, we're going to cut that down to 22 instead of 24. I kind of had the ball rolling on getting my life together, but I still had like the buffer period of knowing I had 2 years left. And then when that changed to, oh, I actually only have a couple of months left before my social worker cuts me off completely, I definitely kind of gave up a bit, where I felt like, oh, like, I don't know where I'm going from here. I don't have guidance in a way. So I didn't know how to access resources after that. To this day, there's still a lot of things that I would have benefited from asking a social worker or a youth worker. All the time I'm wishing I still had that extra couple of years to ask questions that I didn't know I would need help with. The impact of being unhoused on a young individual specifically is very distinct, because when you're still developing, you're in your formative years and you don't have stability, it can affect you for the rest of your life. Just not feeling safe, like, or feeling like you always have to prepare for the worst, to have like the rug can get pulled out from you at any time. Even if you ever do become stable and have all the resources you need, that feeling never really goes away. And so it's also just, you're so much more vulnerable when you're a young person and you're unhoused, you're on the streets. People can see when you're vulnerable and they take advantage of you for that. So even to this day, there's still habits that I find myself doing from when I was unhoused. Like, I'll always have way too much stuff with me, and like, I'll always be hyper vigilant, just always have to be fully aware of everyone that's in the room, whatever's happening. I still get startled by loud noises. It's definitely like a traumatic experience, even if it was a short amount of time, even if you didn't have any like explicitly dramatic experiences. It's still, being homeless has an impact on a person. Being houseless is definitely, as an adult, it still impacts you, but as a youth, you're still developing, and if you don't have that stability, it affects you forever, and it's really hard to get over. And just knowing that your community wasn't there to support you when you were needing it most, like, it's hard to process that.
I think the statistic is like under 20 emergency beds for youth, but there's at least 600 unhoused youth in Edmonton. And so there's just not enough resources to go around for people, or if they do have resources that they access, like, you think about it, the kids who are like sleeping outside, they have to get up, it's cold outside, you're sick, you've got like smoke exhaustion, and then you have to like come to places like OSIS or other awesome places too, but you have to have like the wherewithal to remember like what day it is, what time it is, when meals are served, what time the buses come. You have to make sure to get to places on time, because everywhere's got different rules that you have to adhere to. Some places close at 6, but you actually have to be there by 5:30. So you have to have like a mental list of everything you need to do, on top of like not feeling good all the time.
Not gonna lie, some of those songs made me cry. Like, they were that deep. I didn't think anybody understood me, especially because I was a foster kid. I didn't think anybody was there for me. Getting your group home closed, can't go back to your group home, your stuff being bagged up, being moved back to your social worker's office, having to spend 3 weeks outside on the street, staying at the Yes, walking around these streets at night, looking for problems, falling into my own grief, losing friends, losing family. Like, you really think about these things when you're out there alone.
Trying to pursue music while being homeless is it's definitely a struggle. Definitely in a situation, when it comes to me personally, music is definitely not really on the mind. What's on the mind is just worrying about if I'm gonna get, food, when I'm gonna eat, if I'm gonna get a bed that night, or if I'm gonna sleep outside. You gotta get things prepared for yourself to protect yourself at all costs. I definitely do it from time to time when I'm alone. I'll freestyle on my phone, or I write songs down. I still try to keep that active because I do not want to lose myself completely while being in the situation I'm in.
So basically with music, the thing I love about it is that you can be as creative as you want, and it's a good outlet. It's like therapy basically, where even if you write a song and you never share it with anybody, it's still helping you to process what you're going through. I think it could really improve the situation for youth pursuing arts if we had some kind of program where people who have been in similar situations can share their knowledge and share their resources, whether it's physical or like experience, where they could like mentor the people who are still in care and help share their passion for music with them, or their passion for arts. And I think it could be really helpful for youth that are still going through difficult times to meet people who have been through the similar situations and see how people have come out the other side.
I feel like on the industry side, if there was more opportunity for mentorship and more like, hey, you have the metal and you just don't know where to put this energy, let me guide you and show you where you can go. That would be one way to build the bridge from the music side. And then from the youth services side, it'd be like seeing that being in the music industry, it's not just limited to like, oh, you're the next Beyonce or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Music doesn't just mean you're an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, the music industry needs engineers, needs production assistants, needs monitor engineers, needs techs, needs lighting techs, needs video guys, needs, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these roles are what music encompasses, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, the gap could be bridged very easily.
I'm an Indigenous artist from Edmonton, Alberta. I've been doing hip hop since I was 9 years old, now coming up into the age of 18 years old. I have many music projects on the way ever since I was a little kid. I speak on mental health, I speak on Indigenous problems, I speak on problems with the world, every ethnicity, every minority, every state of the world practically. No one's just one, we're all one. I found my passion for music through expression. I always told people that my mental pain wouldn't exactly help or fit through expression through other people. It mainly came through the pen and paper and through the microphone and through the things I'm able to do that are in my control in music and in my expression. When I grab the pen, it's easily talking to me saying right on the paper. The paper is easily talking to me saying you're able to create words on me that nobody else will be able to hear or see unless you want them projected out into the world. And I didn't want it to be projected out, but it needed to be. It's because I knew that I wasn't alone, and it shows that other people ain't alone. So yeah, it comes all from expression. Music could definitely give somebody a belonging, especially if you lost something that had something to do with music. Like per se me, I had my late uncle, rest in peace, Northside Smiles. He was an element of my journey in music. He's the reason why I was able to do music videos. He was the reason why I was able to record. He was the reason why I was able to push more to my expression points and a lot of things. I was able to perform a lot with him. We did a lot of music together. I have a lot unreleased with him. But not even just him in general, but the things that me and him created and gained from, it's because we had nothing. We didn't have a community to back us up. We were the natives stuck in the middle. We don't get the cows and plows. We don't have big family members to go to powwows with. Half of our family members passed away due to unfortunate, circumstances. But we didn't have anything that a lot of our people did, and the things that we needed. So for us to find that belonging in music, and for him to find me as a belonging in music, is because he needed me, I needed him. So we both created something and created a family of our own through hip hop, through music, through expression.
when we weren't able to, when we knew we didn't have a choice to because all of our family's gone. So you're able to find your belonging through music. It's just by who you're doing it with, what you're doing. And even if sadly that person leaves, you still did it with them, and that's why you're still doing it today. That's why I'm still here doing it today. It's because he was my belonging to music. So rest in peace, Northside Smiles. Rest in peace, every person that you've lost. And we are gonna find another sense of belonging. It takes time.
Taylor about the fucking flex. City again, bitch. Yeah, nah, now. This is a song for all the children that been lost and found. Nah, now. Every child matters, every child matters, every child matters. Nah, now. This is a song for all the children that been lost and found. Nah, now. Every child matters, every child matters, every child matters. No, we lost when mothers get that call. Give it a all, but mom, it's not your fault. Tried to go make it, I didn't make it that far. Losing our children, I wonder when it's gonna stop. Look, we're losing sister and brother, mothers. Why we smudge our pain away? I'm feeling fucked up, I gotta keep moving. I pray that I ain't gon' fade away. Do it for teaching, they got me tripping. They're gonna keep rapping about everything. Would've been rap, but would've been music, and we couldn't talk about everything.
Another First Nation community in BC has found unmarked graves.
Another sad discovery. The remains of 182 bodies in unmarked
Researchers
graves.
have discovered what they say are dozens of unmarked graves.
Yeah, nah, now. This is a song for all the children that been lost and found. Nah, now. Every child matters, every child matters, every child matters. Nah, now. This is a song for all the children that been lost and found. Nah, now. Every child matters, every child matters, every child matters. Yeah. Every child matters, every child matters. Yeah, every child matters, every child matters.
So the music is a really good way of bringing people who are isolated from communities together as a community that they may not even have known existed. So I think that's, I think anyone of any age can think back to making a friend or having a connection to a new group of people based on the music that they listen to that you never thought you might have. And that's especially true and especially strong when it comes to music and marginalized people. Because a lot of times the communities can be isolating, so the more likely you're in a community that can be isolating for youth, isolating for marginalized, any kind of marginalization, the more likely you'll have pockets of community where art is that refuge, art is that way of escaping that and creating something new for yourself, designing something completely new out of the community you want to see.
I knew the man that I really needed was my uncle. My mom knew that from the very start. I would cry to him all the time on the phone in minus 30 weather, running in my shorts with no shoes or socks on to go call him saying, I want to come over. My sister would be calling me at 4 o'clock when she moved over to his house before I did, saying, he's crying at the table, look. She would show me and his head's down with a bunch of paper and microphones in front of him trying to make music, but it's not the same without me. And I say having that somebody there is a big push as a mentorship through what you're doing, even through life. He mentored me to be the artist I am today. He mentored me to be the man I am today. He mentored me to be the person I am to you guys and to people around me today. So with that being said is don't ever give up on the person that you think is genuine to you. Genuine is a very, very deep meaning. You don't label anybody any other name because genuine I don't think is a label. That's why I call it a name. Because genuine isn't used a lot. And if you lost someone due to their pain, it's genuine. I gotta say, through the barriers of music, I gotta say life. Life is a very big one. I tell people, I say this, in order for me to live I say, I gotta put my dreams to the side in order to live and survive. It's because if I don't, if I don't put my dreams to the side in order to live and survive for what got me there in the first place, then I'm not going to make it in my life, and I'm not going to make it through music. Again, music is the reason why I'm still here, and the reason why I'm still doing it, because expression. Making music for myself definitely did help a lot. It did open a lot of doors to me through opportunity, through a lot of people, pain, expression. When I didn't have my mother, music had me. When I didn't have my dad, music had me. When I didn't have my siblings, music had me. When I was in a relationship and that person ended up leaving me and messing me over through something or somebody else, music had me.
And like, how can I help these youth? Because I relate to that. I relate to it. And same for me, it's like I've gotten to an age where it's like I have all this knowledge, yeah, it may be useful if I'm doing something, trying to make money, but it's not useful if I'm not teaching it or letting other people learn it.
So yeah, I've supported or serviced many artists in Edmonton. I got the exact numbers here. So 218 artists total were serviced on the station. 181 of those were through the radio station, 129 performed on stage for me. I've also hosted 32 events. I've conducted 14 radio sessions of new playlists, produced 9 exclusive interviews, and 6 of those were through Block Talks. And then I also started publishing Q&A articles with artists as well, through a submission option. Just to tell where they're from and whatnot, and yeah.
Yeah, I think there needs to be more like access to arts and like music and just like painting and all different forms of art for youth in care, because when I was younger I did art therapy and like I was put into it and I was like, at first I was like, I don't like, this is just like whatever, but then when I look back I'm like, damn, that actually was a really helpful tool for me to get out everything that I needed to like, that I didn't know how to.
I definitely think that youth systems could be more focused on arts and music, and I think the reason that they're not all the time is because it feels like a privilege. It feels like more than basic necessities, but it can make the difference for somebody who's going through a difficult time in their life. It can be just the positivity and the distraction that they need in their life. Whereas if you are a youth in care and all you have is the bare necessities, that's not always like something you want to wake up and go about your day. Like,
I gotta say, what would make it easier for youth that are in the system, that are in the struggles, jail, and the CFS care, for them to pursue the music dreams, I gotta say, it's honestly not hard to build a studio. You can buy a $150 mic. Some of these societies and some of these things in reality, if they're really trying to make themselves seem what they really are, then they should start acting on it. Let the people have at least a little microphone to record. If bigger rappers are able to pay 10 millions to record a song in the pen, then I think maybe somebody else that's trying to get up there and trying to do something and express themselves should be able to do it too.
You know, the one thing about being an artist and using the arts to connect with the kids is it really brings an authentic vibe and feel to who you are as a person. And when kids, you know, were able to see me break dance and do all that stuff, I think it showed them that, hey, like this guy is actually able to be vulnerable, and why is he able to be vulnerable and able to express himself with such confidence? And I think it's, you know, for kids to see that, they reflect on it and they ask, they become curious. They're like, how is he so playful? And I think, you know, as a worker, as an artist, you know, it's all about trying to be playful with the young people and show that it's okay to play, whether you're a painter, whether you're a dancer, whether you're an MC, whether you're a graffiti artist. Like, you know, the art of play is always moving around in our lives 24/7. So we got to show the youth how we do that. And, you know, there's a way to do it where you're kind, there's a way to do it where you're respectful, but also being a respectful mentor and guiding them the proper way that is nurturing, that's also respectful and full of integrity. And I think that's, you know, how I think the arts had been a role, is just your ability to take a risk, and it's great.
I want, with my music, where I wanted to take me, I wanted to take me to places that I could never even fathom, that I could never even imagine. Like, just like, I just think about it and I see it, but I can't touch it, but I want it. And so like I'm really hoping that if I work hard enough, and not even just work hard enough, if I just keep being and doing what I'm doing, I will get there. I really want to just keep going up, keep going, elevating. One time somebody told me that they could see me performing in stadiums with in New York or something, and I was like, yes, I want to do that. I could see myself doing that. So I hope one day, I'm working on an album. It's called Agree to Disagree, on coffee, not human rights. And so I hope to be able to go on tours and stuff one day, and maybe be an opener for cool people like Dochi and stuff like that, and all sorts of different cool artists, and get to collab with people. I love Ashniko. To make a song with her would be so cool, and other people too, so many cool artists, and I'm oh, I wish I could get on a track with you, and I hope one day I will.
So with my music, I really am just content being a local small artist and being able to use the music to express myself and be able to use music to connect me with other people. I really like being recognized as a person that's able to do music and write songs, and I don't really have a craving for a large success other than just I want to leave something behind as a legacy, and I want people to feel something when they listen to the things that I make.
Where I want to go with music, I'm going to say, is helping the next person. It's not music, expression, artistry, writing, freestyling, talking to kids, everything. That's all I want to do is help the kids, help the women, help the men. The people that don't have a voice, I don't want to be up there. I would love to go to another stage. I'd love to go on tour. I'd love to be up there. But that comes with what I want to do first, and that's helping the people.
Definitely got to give a big shout out to the youth who are making footsteps in not only Edmonton, but all around the hip hop industry. And love the confidence, keep shining. So many resources, utilize as much as you can, and don't forget, music is therapy. One day your story is going to be somebody else's survival guide. Keep going.
So those of you who are watching this right now and are thinking about getting into music, or have thought, have been drawn to music when you're feeling alone, I urge you to explore that urge. I urge you to explore that sense of curiosity that might be telling you something. And I encourage, once more, if you have the urge, to explore that. Follow that curiosity, explore that, see how far you can push it, and do it for you. Don't do it for the clicks, don't do it for the likes, do it for you.
You know what, just believe in yourself, love yourself, and remember how important you are in this world. You have something to offer, we all do. But don't forget, your story is also one of importance, one of value, and one that is super authentic. And it's like no one else's. And I think that's the one thing that's really special, is your existence, your presence, and what we're able to bring to Mother Earth. So thanks.
If you want to, make music and that's your goal, wherever you are, whether you're in the care system or aged out, or even in a situation you're homeless, like I am right now, don't let go of that, hope. Don't let go. If you want to pursue music, just go for it.
You can do anything you put your mind to. I honestly, I truly believe in that. I created River City Radio off of nothing, just a very barely functioning computer that's barely connected to the Wi-Fi, and it would take forever for me to upload anything and download anything, and it's full of viruses, and I still got it done.
It's a powerful thing. It's just like your powwow dancers. The music, the powwow drum. It could be any music. It doesn't only have to be the powwow drum or dancing. But in the same way, it will help you to connect with spirit and, Creator.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid, because you can see with just involving yourself, those opportunities that that could be made off for you. You don't even know yet. And you could be doing something for helping the community, and boom, opportunity comes your way. So, you know, don't be afraid to get involved. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And don't waste no time.
So, stay hungry. Stay hungry. You already know what it means to survive. You already have the survival mindset. You have the capacity to hustle for what you need next. Use that same mentality to squeeze out every resource you can in every opportunity you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, if someone offers you any opportunity, like let's say if as an artist you get a performance opportunity, when you get there, connect with everybody you can. Get their numbers, get their emails, talk yourself up in not in a like cocky way, but connect with them so that they know you, so you become unforgettable. You know, smash every door down. You're gonna get no's across the board. Don't let it stop you. Stay hungry.
We out here.
Relax, Drags, yeah. White shoe gang, make bangers, make bangers. I'm with the bros, all we do is make bangers. We gonna blow up the city making these bangers. There's nothing greater in life than making bangers. Make bangers, make bangers. I'm with the bro, all we do is make bangers. We gonna blow up the city making these bangers. There's nothing greater in life than making bangers. All we know is how to make bangers. All alone on this road is nothing greater. Make it bang, everybody's in danger. But I blow up the city making these bangers. We up at the plow, make a banger. Put up for the show. Whoa, you know my bow. Put your bottle, get the call, hanger. Different times for the low ranger. You know I'm the go. But my mom said, don't talk to no stranger. We finna blow, love my bow. Put your bottle, you get the call, hanger. This chain flash, I'm a different flavor. We train for the fame, with the game, to make it bang, make it bang. Tryna make it bangers. Make it bang. Cause you're gonna make it back, make it bangers. Make bangers, make bangers. With the bros, all we do is make bangers. We gonna blow up the city making these bangers. There's nothing greater in life than making bangers. All I know is how to make bangers. All alone on this road is nothing greater. Make it bang, everybody's in danger. We about to blow up the city making these bangers.
Alright, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel? No! I'm gonna let it shine. And I'm not gonna let no one blow it out. Because I'm gonna let it shine. How does the rest of it go? I don't know. But either way, this light shines and it ain't going nowhere.